let's start with the Harry Maguire stuff.
Yeah.
What did you make of the fact that the announcement was made at the weekend first by him and then Manchester United? And, of course, what did you make of the fact it was announced?
Yeah, inevitable that it was going to happen. Inevitable that he wasn't going to go into this. And you can't listen. If you're not playing regular enough, it's all well and good, being a token skipper, saying, turn up twice a week and go and present some awards at a local boys club. No, hold on a minute. He's a player who wants to be an integral part of the team. Now, for whatever reason, it hasn't happened. It's not worked. And it was inevitable, therefore, that someone else is going to be the skipper. So Ten Hag's done the right thing. Don't labour it. Don't mess around. No time for. Don't waste any time. Whoever they're going to give the job to now has got to get a grip of it, get into it, and make something of it. So it was absolutely the right call to do it. It's tough, but pro football is tough. It isn't an easy business.
What do you think the next step for him will be once that's happened at a club like Man United? He's got to move.
I think it'd be good for Harry now to move. I think he will still have designs on wanting to be part of the international setup. So in order to do that, I think he has to go and play reasonably regularly. All right, no one can, in this day and age, no one's guaranteed and every single week. But as near as damn it, as a centre half and an important member of any team going forward, he'll want to be there or thereabouts every week, and who knows, he might still have, I think, a strong chance of figuring in Gareth Southgate's plans. Without that, I don't think he should play international football either. So to me, it's time for Harry now to accept it, take it on the chin. He's done that. He said the right things. Fair play to him. Hasn't happened. Now go and find somewhere and reinvigorate yourself and get going again.
If he does go somewhere, it's going to cost a club an amount of money to get his signature. How much are we talking?
Well, how much did he come for?
80.
80.
Got 2 years left on his deal.
The problem is that I think by the nature of the way it's gone for Harry at United, you don't. It's not like you think there's a. Look, clearly he is a good player. It would be stupid to suggest that he can't play the game, right? He's just had his confidence was completely shot to pieces and had vanished. It eroded totally. And that plays havoc with anybody. He is not the only player to go to a club and it don't happen and it gets worse. And there's loads out there better than him that will have been through it. So he's just got to take it on the chin, dust himself down and move on. But I would imagine United, are they going to want half their money back? I'm not sure they get that. I think close to that, maybe 30. But around that sort of figure, potentially. How long has he got left, Dan?
2.
He's got 2 left. I mean, look, if it doesn't happen this summer and he hangs around for another 6 months without playing, then that 30 is going to become 25 and 20, inevitably. But I think Harry Maguire can go somewhere and still be a very good, very solid Premier League defender. But he needs to go somewhere where he's going to get a little bit of love, because that helps everybody. Mm-hmm. And he needs to play regularly and just get a bit more confidence back. When I've seen him, he's looked heavy, he's looked ploddy, he's looked pedestrian, he's looked all the things you don't want to be as a modern day centre-half. Harry has looked like that. When I saw him in a Leicester shirt, when I saw him earlier on in his career, he looked like someone who had what it takes to go and play for a big team and handle it. It hasn't worked out at Man United. He ain't the first, he won't be the last. He's got to now find a way to get back. Okay,
so either way, if he stays or goes, he's not the captain. They need a new captain.
Yeah.
I've got 3 names in front of me: Bruno, Casemiro and Rashford. I know which one I would choose. Who would you go for?
Out of those 3, I would go for Casemiro. But bearing in mind, I'm not sure how long Casemiro will be there. I would imagine the other 2 guys are going to be around for longer than him. Mm-hmm. So maybe there's a bit of a long-term plan with potentially one of the other 2.
I'd love to see Rashford as the captain. Mank boy. To sign a new deal. Yeah.
Do you think...
I just think there's something a little bit special that a local boy's your captain.
But do you think he's the right person? Has he got the right character for that job?
I think so. I mean, Bruno's the obvious choice, I would imagine.
He's got that petulant way, Bruno, that can antagonise
people.
Some
people have a problem with that. I don't, but some people do. I just think Rashford, he's the poster boy anyway. We know just the excellent work he's done off the field. So he's got a brilliant image. He's a fantastic player.
Do you want to load that on top of him, or do you just want him to go and get you another 30 this year? Does making Marcus Rashford the skipper add something to his game that he could do without?
I think giving him that role will take them to another level.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting. I'd like to hear from United fans on that. Any fans, actually, with regards to someone like Marcus Rashford being given the captaincy. Personally, I don't quite see that.
Who would you take?
Out of the three, I would choose Casemiro.
When you say out of the three, is there more? Is it just those three?
Who else could there be? I mean,
Luke Shaw, you might chuck in that mix?
Again, not quite, no. But I think out of the ones that are probably there, the obvious ones, I mean, Varane, but Varane obviously has injury issues and he misses a few games. Listen, any skipper, that can happen. You can't always odds, the fact that players get injured, and it can be your captain as well. But I think Casemiro, in terms of, been around a long time, he knows what it takes to win. He's got the respect of everybody, no doubt, in the dressing room. I think he would probably be a good fit to go in and be the skipper, but it's whether United and Ten Hag feel they want one that's going to take them forward.
So take calls on that as well, 03717223344. Quick word about Onana.
Yeah.
It stopped, the negotiation stopped last week, and then all of a sudden they're back on.
Yeah.
Reports suggest he could even make his debut for Man United at the weekend, so that tells me the deal's going to be done very soon. You've seen him in action?
I've seen him in action. I saw him now in the World Cup. Obviously he had a falling out, didn't he? And did he get sent home, or did he actually go? I can't remember, and I'm not sure what exactly happened with Onana. But what I do remember was that, he's clearly a talented boy with the ball at his feet, and that's very much uppermost in Ten Hag's mind, that he wants to have someone that's far more capable than what David De Gea showed at times last year and before that. But I think I do also think there's a line they have to be. I can see it being a bit tricky with United wanting to play out here, there and everywhere this season. I could potentially see it not being without its issues and problems, as it is for lots of teams. Look, playing out from the back, those that do it swear by it, those that don't like it, sometimes you watch it and you think, what on earth are you doing? United clearly feel they want to have somebody there that is better, and I think that's the right call. But he mustn't overstep the mark. He mustn't start taking liberties with the ball at his feet. And from what I've seen of him, he does have a tendency at times to do that.
Okay, last question, because John made a very good point. What's an improvement for Manchester United this season? Because last season was top four and a trophy, which United got.
Yeah.
Now where do they go?
Again, I think what John said makes a lot of sense. Threatening the top positions, looking like you're in the race, looking like you're making a fist of it. You're in the chase. Come March next year, that people are going, hang about, United are on a good run. United have been unbeaten at home in the last 10. They've won 3 out of the last 4 away from home. They're on a great roll, etc., etc. All that stuff. That's Man United. That's when they were at their best. If they were behind you, breathing down people's necks, most teams, probably apart from 1 or 2, found that very difficult to handle. So I think United fans would like to see an improvement for them. You can't guarantee the trophies, but an improvement for them will be that they are right there in the thick of it with maybe 10 games to go.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein, Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.